Have you ever wondered what it really takes to bring a digital idea to life? It's way more than just building a website these days. So in this explainer, we're going to map out the entire journey, from a simple concept all the way to a global launch, to see how modern digital products are actually made. Let's dive in. And really, it all kicks off with this question, because the answer today, it has changed so dramatically. What used to be a pretty straightforward task has just exploded into this complex, creative, and super strategic field. And wow, this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? Think about it. In the past, all you needed was a digital brochure, right? A simple "here we are" page. But now, businesses need these massive digital ecosystems. I mean, we're talking about platforms with AI built right in, complex software as a service products, and custom mobile solutions. The scale is just on a whole other level, and that's exactly why the process has evolved so much.
Okay, so where do you even start with something that big? Well, and this might surprise you, it's not with a single line of code. Nope. It all starts with a plan. It's just like creating an architect's blueprint for a skyscraper. You have to get that foundation absolutely perfect before you can even think about building up.
And here it is, the whole journey laid out in 9 steps. You can think of this as our roadmap. It covers, well, everything, from the very first discovery and design phase through the actual development and testing, all the way to getting it launched and keeping it running for the long haul. We're going to break down the key parts of this process. So let's zoom in on that first chunk, the blueprint phase. It all kicks off with defining the features, and that's not just a wish list, you know? It's about really digging in to line up what the business needs with what users actually want. From there, it's on to designing the user experience. What's it going to look like? How will it feel to use it? And finally, you plan out the technical foundation, all that unseen architecture that has to support everything.
Okay, this slide is super helpful because it clears up something a lot of people mix up: design versus development. Just think of it like this. Design is the look and feel. It's everything you see, how it appears, how you interact with it. Development is the how it works. That's the code, the databases, all the server logic that makes the design actually do stuff. They're two sides of the same coin for sure, but they are very different jobs.
All right, our blueprint is locked in. Now we move into the build phase. This is the fun part, where all those plans on paper start to become a real, functioning digital product that you can actually click around in.
Yep, this is where the magic happens. You've got 2 main parts working together. First, there's the front end. That's everything you, the user, see and interact with. The buttons, the layouts, the text. Then there's the back end. That's the engine under the hood. The servers, the applications, the databases, doing all the heavy lifting behind the scenes. And for anything to work, those two have to be in perfect harmony.
So what kind of stuff can you actually build with this whole process? Honestly, the sky's the limit. We're talking about sophisticated e-commerce platforms with different dashboards for all the sellers, AI-powered sites with chatbots you can have a conversation with, or even entire SaaS products. Every single one of these requires its own unique blend of that front-end and back-end expertise.
Hey, let's pause for a sec and demystify one of those terms: a progressive web app, or PWA. What is that? Well, think of it as a website that acts just like a regular app on your phone. It's super fast, it can work even when you're offline, and it can send you notifications. But, and here's the cool part, you don't have to go to an app store to download it. It's a really powerful and cost-effective way to engage with your users on any device.
All right, the product is built, so we're done, right? Nope, not even close. The launch phase is every bit as critical. This is all about preparing for takeoff and then making sure it's a smooth flight long after the product is out in the wild. Before you can flip the switch, there is a massive pre-launch checklist. This means plugging in all the other tools you need, like payment systems. It means hunting for every last bug and security hole. You've got to optimize it for search engines so people can actually find you. And of course, set up all the core infrastructure like hosting. You really can't skip a single one of these if you want a smooth, secure launch. And, following a process this rigorous, time and time again, is exactly how a development partner builds a serious track record. Just to give you a sense of scale, the company whose process we're looking at has successfully launched projects for over 1,600 clients.
And behind a number like that are real stories. This quote from a client really nails the end goal: getting a quality solution that's stable enough for the market and impressive enough for investors. And that, right there, is the crucial point. The whole process is designed to deliver a business outcome, not just a chunk of software. So we've covered the how, but what about the who and the what? Let's pivot and look at the specific tools and the teams of people that actually make all these projects happen.
You know that collection of technologies used on a project? That's called a tech stack. And this slide breaks it down perfectly. For the front end, the user interface, you've got things like React. For the back end, the server logic, you've got languages like Python or Node.js. For the database, where all the data lives, maybe something like MongoDB. And of course, for the design, you're using tools like Figma. Each part has its own specialized tools. But a toolkit is pretty useless without the right craftspeople, right? And how you assemble that team is incredibly important. It is not a one-size-fits-all situation. There are different models for different project needs. First up, you've got the dedicated team model. This is pretty much what it sounds like. It's like having your own in-house development team that's 100% committed to your project. It's really ideal for those large, complex products that are going to need continuous work and deep collaboration over a long period. Then you've got flexible contracts. Let's say you need an expert for just a few months to build out an MVP, or you just need to fill a specific skill gap on your current team. This model gives you that agility, letting you hire developers on a monthly or even hourly basis. And finally, there's on-demand consulting. Now, this is less about the day-to-day building and much more about high-level strategy. This is when you bring in experts to audit your code, validate your technical architecture, or help you plan how to scale up. It's all about getting that crucial expert advice right when you need it most. So after walking through that entire journey from idea to launch, what's the big picture? What does this all mean for you and your business? If you remember one thing from all this, let it be this. Modern web development is not just a technical exercise, it's a strategic business function. Every single decision, from the tech you choose to the design of a user interface, is about translating your business goals into a digital product that delivers real, measurable value. Ultimately, your website or your app is more than just a tool. It's the main way your customers interact with your brand. It's your global storefront. And so the final question I want to leave you with is this. Is your front door built not just for today, but to welcome all the challenges and opportunities of the future?